Hello and welcome to the Nullified Take, where we have your TNT takes on all things The Amazing Race. 2 weeks that we need to catch up on because last week we were also very sick, weren't we, Mucky?
Well, I mean, I'm just sick to death of always being right, you know? I called it. I said the Tildas were going to be eliminated, and what happened? What happened? I get eliminated, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how about you, Michelle? Have you recovered?
Oh God, yeah. Well, I was sick on the Wednesday when we all were sick, and then I went and had an operation on the Friday. So I've still got pain meds in my system, but not the high ones. So I can still talk.
Well, thank goodness, because we do have a lot. We're going to have to just speed through
Yep.
4 episodes. We've got, who do we have here? We have Jonathan Gray. Evenings. Hello. We have Ellen. Hi.
Ellen.
And we have TJ. Morning.
TJ.
I wonder where he's coming from. Here we go. And then, of course, the first comment, the top comment. Mucky is always right.
I'm always right.
And Mucky Hope Productions. That's not you, is it?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Like Mucky Hope, Michael Hope, no.
No.
It's never connected, no.
And as Ellen says, I would like Mucky to give me the lottery numbers, please. Also, I don't remember what happened on Sunday, let alone 2 weeks ago. Right there with you. Thank goodness I wrote it down, Ellen. But yes, Mucky does have a knack for being right, and it's very upsetting, especially this week. We are expecting Tom to join us, but he is in Queensland, and I told him the wrong time because I'm trying to account for everyone's different time zones. It's too much for my little brain. So, yes, let's just speed round through what we missed. Of course, episode 7. We're back in Namibia, where Thorpe's knee hurts. We're climbing up sand dunes. We're scaling dunes. We're driving 4x4s. People are getting stuck. Brooke and Adam are doing an incredible trajectory of just coming first through everything. What do they do? Kayaking through the seals.
Hang on. Let's go back to the 2x2 or the 4x4. Which one would you do?
Which one would I do? Yeah. Scaling the dune looked horrific. I'm sorry, but climbing sand?
Equally horrific, but I would have done the climb because so many people have come adrift on the 4x4 task and, become bogged for a long time. So I would have been too scared to do it.
Eesh. Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Mucky?
Oh, it's really hard because I've grown up kayaking and stuff. I used to live near the beach, so I'm used to running and sort of walking around sand. But then again, you got to think about the backpacks you have on, how much sleep you've got as well, and also with your partner, your teammate as well. How is that all going to go down? So I probably would have gone with the kayaking, just because in the heat as well, I struggle with
kayaking. Walking or in a car.
The car or the walking.
Oh, car or walking? Oh, sorry. That, to be honest, I don't really remember what
I'm fast in a kayak. If it was between those two, I'd smash it out. I'm so good at a kayak.
Yeah. No. I'd walk it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, I think I'd sit in the car. And poor Thorpe. Listened to Billy's interview with Thorpe, and apparently he fractured both legs.
Oh my gosh.
That explained the hobbling and the photo of him in the wheelchair at the Brizzy swimming trials.
How did he fracture both legs? How did he fracture them?
These athletes are held together with tape and glue and steroid injections. I'm surprised he can still walk at all.
That's insane.
But yeah, truly that athlete fortitude to even look at that hill and go, I'm so glad they didn't make him climb up the boulder later on, but we'll get there. Then we get to the kayak, and because I'm a friend of all animals, I've kayaked with seals, but it was an accident. I came across a bunch of seals, and they did not look pleased to have me there, and it was a little bit frightening when they started jumping off the rocks just in front of my kayak, and they're big. But
Wow.
I've always got an animal story. And that was they had to say what the seal fact was, but it was just what was on the
border. Yes.
It's me.
And I think they all had to go back out except for one.
Yeah, who was it that didn't? Bridget and Pete.
Bam Bam.
And Logan
Pete,
and Bam Bam as well. Two didn't.
Yeah, Pete and Bam Bam. How good.
And then, of course, the devastating thing happened when the Tillies were they finished first for the seals, but they leave the bum bag behind, which was of course their big downfall. And as you were watching it, Mucky, were you going, ha 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 ha?
I was. And they left that bag behind, and I was just like, oh, I can't wait to pick this up on the podcast. Because I knew they were done. I knew there were more toast than the piece of bread I stuck some jam on this morning. You know, it was just such a delight. Well, I should probably take that back. It wasn't that much of a delight. I did like them as TV characters and stuff. But as I said, Mucky's always right, baby. So I was just so glad I could, shove
Who would
that
have
down
even
everyone's ears.
predicted they would do something like that? Though
Usually
it's not the teams that are thinking so well through everything. Yeah.
Now, Michelle, here's a conundrum for you. Would you have maybe chased them down with the bag and brought it with you?
No, left it there.
Which ended up being the kind of thing I was watching going, oh, take it. But actually, they would have come back and the bag wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd have to have figured out what they were doing. Now, we have the great Tom, who's here to join us. Are you ready? I caught you unaware.
Yeah, no, I'm always ready.
Thanks for joining us, Tom. I know you've been meaning to for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. I think if I'm actually not ready. This mic is just in a really annoying spot. Let me just
We'll ignore that quadrant of the
nice and intimate.
I don't think I've casted with you since was Survivor Africa
UK.
Survivor Africa. Survivor UK.
We're the best player won that season.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Matt.
I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Boring.
Boring.
So we were just talking about the Tilly's heartbreak, and Ellen was right. She said they even said, do we have everything before leaving the challenge? They did not.
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
They did not.
Are you insinuating that it was upsetting that the Tillies got voted out?
Well,
do you like the Tillies?
Yeah, they are intense and gorgeous. How could you not love the Tillies?
Now, maybe they're interesting people in real life, but from what I saw on the show, all they know is soccer and really basic, motivational terms. Like, we just gotta get our head back in the game. We just gotta pick ourselves up, spread our wings. I'm like, do you want to say any words that someone before you hasn't said? Like, do you want to actually think of something yourself?
And you forgot the intense staring.
Oh no, I'm so glad they're gone. That was like Christmas Day. Oh,
well, you know what? You're not gonna lie. With the Tillies gone, it made the next few eps more exciting.
It did.
So they
referenced.
It opened it right up. We're doing speed round through these first two episodes because otherwise we're going to be here all night and we will lose everyone that's watching.
So we're up to the red sunscreen.
The red sunscreen. No, shopping task I've got first.
Really?
Or is that... Wait a minute. No, sunscreen. Shut up, Verity. Yes. So, yes, the red sunscreen. Fantastic. Always love it when people try and do something the locals do and look stupid. Love that. Then the restock shop in a local language. Again, Emma Wiggle would have been good at this. Yes, Tom, I do reference Emma Wiggle a lot because she could do everything.
Get me out of here. You know who can do everything? My future wife, Bridget, my favorite human in the world. That's why I'm
That's
agreeing.
fair.
Yeah,
That is fair.
Bridget is
She is the-
amazing.
she is the greatest person on planet Earth. It's confirmed.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
I'm going to agree with that.
yeah, and she's a woman. If Gabe's watching, just putting it out there.
So I've got. You see me doing this, I'm not going crazy. Fly. Although Brooke and Adam and Bridget and Pete, they were showing incredible improvement. Like every episode, getting better and better and better. And they came in second and third with Logan and Bam taking first, which of course they did for that episode. Anything else anyone wants to say about episode 7?
Oh my god.
The Tillies got voted out.
The Tillies got eliminated.
Actually,
I got that
when we
prediction
were-
right.
sorry.
What was that?
Oh, I got the prediction right. I said the Tillies were going to get eliminated,
Yes, did.
and they did.
All hail, all
Mucky
hail.
Hope was right. Mucky
I-
Hope was always right.
I will say both me and my dad predicted Tillies would come fourth because all they're good for is coming fourth and nothing else.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear, dear, dear. What I did notice, when they were all trying to find the clothes, they managed to get some sound guys in the background. They couldn't get them out of the shot. So normally we don't get to see the crews and things. So that was
That's
I love
true.
seeing the crews.
See, on Survivor, you have to wait for someone to get injured to see the crews. We got to see them just cause.
Yeah.
So that one was the virtual pit stop, but the Matildas choking back tears were given the heave ho. Now we're
Yes.
on the Skeleton Coast. We had the Crystal
Right.
Construction build a crystal store, which again, attention to detail, all that stuff. But the people who aren't usually good with attention to detail finished first, Logan and Bam Bam, because they
Yes.
are kind of unstoppable at this point.
And Bridget, God bless her, she did put the sticks up the wrong way, and that's what made
Tom.
them last, leaving that one.
It's tough when you have to do everything in your team. Hey, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was there with her, I'm just saying I would do at least 20%. But no, I
Yeah.
love Peter too. Yeah.
Yeah,
He acknowledges that he's useless, so which is okay. Makes it
I
okay.
think that's the thing. I think Pete just defers to his stronger, better half, and rather than having an ego about it and pushing his way through.
Yes.
Um,
I think at the crystal one, I would have, because I've got so many crystals in my house, so I brought some to put beside Dolly.
I should put my crystals in.
I know, I've got so many, and I thought, I'd want to walk off with some of them off that beach.
I
and just
know.
keep going.
I mean, as always on The Amazing Race, what we can expect is just incredible scenery, traveling, sort of sitting there going, oh, I want to do that. I now want to go to Thailand. I've never been, and I've always avoided it. And it's it looks amazing.
Yeah. It is.
And what about you, Mucky? Did you bring your crystals today?
No, I did not bring my crystals, but I did bring a cheeky Nippy's chocolate milk, which I think is like the crystal of all chocolate milk. So,
what about your Kyber crystal, Mucky?
I thought you never would have brought it up, Tom. Hang on. We'll just get this going. I always forget which button it is. Here we go. My Kyber crystal. Right in here, baby. That's my actual crystals I have.
I can see all the ladies joining the live now after seeing that one.
Yeah.
I think it has actually gone up. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a
money
common
shot.
problem I have. Whenever I show my crystal, all the ladies come around. So
Moving hastily along.
Brooke said something good then. Brooke also said that she realised the race isn't all about fitness. It's about everything. And never a truest word was spoken.
And they were not my top pick to be anywhere near the top 4 when we started, because they kind of lagged behind at the start.
Yeah.
And then just, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
So they had to dig for treasure to find the clue that points to the mole, the message in the bottle. And Brooke and Adam again And we go to Herrero style or German feast. I've got to admit, the German feast looked bloody amazing. It looked
There
really
was
good.
so much of it, though.
There's so much of it.
Goodness
I
sake.
couldn't have gotten anywhere near it, but
well, a normal person, they said, could probably eat 1.5, maybe.
yeah.
But if they're really hungry, and they had to eat 1.5 each, it looked like too much.
And sauerkraut.
Yeah, exactly. But Herrero style looked like a nightmare as well. Like, make a hat out of a piece of fabric.
Which I think I would. I don't look. My husband once did at the German restaurant a liter and meter challenge, which was a liter of Hefeweizen and a meter of sausage. And he said he was watching that. I was like, come on, it's an eating challenge. You've got to give me the intel on eating challenges. And my husband was like, okay, so they need to just go vomit and get back into it. They're not like just go chuck, get rid of it, come back. Because, I mean, he had to chuck in secret because he was worried that they wouldn't give him the T-shirt if he had chucked. But he did it. He got the T-shirt. And yeah, I said, would you do that? And he said, if I would do an eating challenge for a T-shirt, I would do it for national television.
Oh, wow.
So,
Might as well.
but yeah. And, but it looked, I don't think I would have that personal fortitude to be chucking in the toilets and then like, more food.
Yeah, exactly. But I would do it if I was on the race. I'd have to, if it wasn't a detour and it actually was a roadblock and I had to do it, I mean, you have to do it. But it's awful.
Let's have a look at the chat because it's been going off and I have been not looking at it. Jonathan says Pete has done more roadblocks than Bridget, just so we know. Which he's just going into bat for Pete. And we've got Logan says Mucky Hope is what Star Wars A New Hope was named after.
It was. I'm actually like, when did that movie come out? 77? I'm like older than that, so yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Boston Rob only had to eat 1.8 kilograms of meat when he quit. Was that less than the pork knuckle? I forgot how much they said that weighed.
4 kilos. 4 kilos.
See?
So it's 2 kilos each.
Boston Rob could not have even done that. And Ellen just says, I love that all the boy teams were like, pork, please. The girl teams were smart enough to not pick that. You know what, though, Ellen? I would have been tempted because I tend to have bigger eyes than my stomach. And then I would have gone, oops. So, you know, maybe it's not a female thing. Okay. So the one thing I was thinking, instead of with the digging to find the hidden treasure, you can answer this, Tom, because I'm thinking of you. Would you not just follow someone that had already found, because they weren't getting in the car or anything. Would you just follow someone?
Thanks, V. I think of myself all the time as well. Yeah, it's surprising they were all like so close to each other and they were like not picking up on each other's things. Also, people not being able to say Leviathan or not knowing what that is, like, that is embarrassing. But yeah, like, I mean, I would have like Leviathan, spine, like shade or whatever the last darkness. It's like a 3-year-old could figure that out. So yeah, it was especially what's his face?
Who's his face?
I feel like Tom's pausing for dramatic effect.
We might have lost you for a sec, Tom.
Yeah, this is what happens ever since I started supporting women. You know, it just starts freezing. It's a shame.
Oh, God.
Can we cut that bit out? Well, I was wondering, I reckon I learnt the word Leviathan from the Bible. So I'm not sure everyone would have gone to Sunday school. And
I didn't learn Leviathan from the Bible. I don't know why I know it.
Yeah.
I just know it.
I feel like it may have been used in sci-fi somewhere, Mucky. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I've got no clue, to be honest.
I think so.
I've got no clue. I was like, Leviathan? Yep. That's a word.
But sometimes you have to complete the task. You can't just follow someone else who has completed the task. Sometimes you have to do it yourself. Otherwise, you get penalized.
Oh, so they might have had a producer there going, no. You find
Yeah.
your own bottle. You can't
Yeah.
just, because it just seems so obvious. They could see people walking up and leaving. You just go, me too.
Yeah.
Tom's. We'll wait for you, Tom. No, we won't. Ellen says, here we have another installment of Bo's awkward pit stop chats with the greeters. It wouldn't be an episode without Bo being awkward at some point.
It's so funny. It's for me personally, it's actually the highlight of the episode sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like the awkward chat stuff. It's so funny. Like when he's like I know I'm jumping way ahead, but in like the last episode of this week where he's chatting to that girl and he's like, oh, so have you ever had a pie? And he's just trying to describe a pie to her. And I was like, oh, this poor girl. And he's like, oh, what I do at home? Well, I host Top Gear and I do all these shows. Oh, this poor girl. Honestly, she's probably thinking, what the hell is Top Gear?
Yeah.
I know. I think that's most of people's reactions. Hi, Tom. How you going? Oh.
Well,
Sorting himself
very, he's not clear.
He is cursed. Like, he can it himself. He is cursed. He needs to go back to his normal self.
Speaking of cursed, TJ said he learnt the word Leviathan playing Destiny.
Oh,
so there you go.
I didn't play Destiny, so I don't know how I know it.
The Bible, maybe.
No, I don't read the Bible.
So we had Bridget and Pete coming first. Brilliant. Brooke and Adam coming first. Brilliant. Bam Bam and Logan. Billy and Oscar. Thorpe and Chris. But it was a non-elimination round. So did any of it matter? No, not really.
No. Kept on going.
Just kept on going. Okay, and now we are caught up to this week, episode 9, in Omandumba.
Yes, very good.
Nice. Nice one,
Thank
mate.
you.
Pronunciation.
Thank you. We are spitting dung onto a target.
Oh my God. Like, you don't want that stuff in your mouth for too long for it to go like, I don't know, liquidy. You want it to get out of there. Oh.
Actually, something I did, this was years ago, but this was down in Palmerston North. But I think it was like the Highlander games or something like that. We had done it, but we had all these other mini games. And I had the chance to visit Valerie Adams, because she was just down there doing it, at throwing cow shit discus. It was hardened enough into like a discus-like shape. So he held it like a discus and you'd throw it like that. And it was so much fun. So much fun. And seeing this challenge just made me think of that memory. Yeah, no, it's not just any poo, it's hardened poo. Like it's all hard and rusty, and then you throw it to see how far you can get it. And it was the best.
How about you, Tommy? Ever played with poo?
See,
He's not impressed. Staring at him.
Not his things moving. I think he's
Something's happened to him.
He's trying to recall the last time he played with poo because it's been so many.
Well, Thorpe and Christian had to collect a whole bowl of it, like their speed bump. Not a hard speed bump, but it depends how far they had to go to collect all the poo. Oh, God.
How are you going, Tom? You with us? Are you in the room with us?
Oh, he's blinking. He blinks, but he doesn't speak.
It's like trying to summon a spirit. If you're here with us today, please give us a sign. As you're like holding a cross everywhere.
Oh, he's moving.
Well, we'll come back to him. And I was and the lightsaber speaking.
That's my lightsaber, sorry.
Oh my God.
And of course, Brooke and Adam finished first because they're just doing brilliantly.
Yep.
And actually, Adam was impressive in this episode.
He was.
Yeah.
Like,
no. I love
They
Brooke
said
and
they
Adam.
do it on the farm. Well, they do stuff like it on the farm.
yeah, I think with the bullets rather than a picture and a bow and arrow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the poo still. I didn't know you went on to the bow and arrow.
No, I was sort of talking in all the ways that Adam had been impressive.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was impressive at both.
He was. It was.
Hmm.
It was very cool to watch, and then they've got a detour with the Sand People, which I mean, it's just so cool when they can actually show real people of these countries. It's so amazing, and they have to choose weapons or water. Either craft the water carrier from the very delicate egg, or use the bow and arrow. Which who was that? That was Bam Bam and Brooke and Adam, and was it Billy and Oscar as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
Thorpe and Peter made the egg thing.
Yeah.
Which looked so tough.
I can't believe that they both Bridget and Pete and Thorpe and Christian did it with such ease, seemingly with such ease, because it looked impossible. And they both, I think, on the first try, I don't think they had to have any other attempts than the first try. So
yeah, they
must have got lots of help. Oh, we have had a message from, where'd the handsome one go? Tom, we don't know. We don't know where he went.
Another Tom. Oh my God.
Obviously not the same Tom. Where did he go?
No, not at all.
We will if you manage to come back, Tom, we will welcome you with open arms. I'll keep the 4-person layout warm for you.
Just in case.
Ellen has said, Billy is me. I am Billy when it comes to walking places barefoot. And
me too. Yeah, Ellen, if I have to get out and go to a beach and I don't have my thongs or something, oh my God, me before I get to the sand is Billy. Like, it would have been a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like murderous. And I think Thorpe and Christian chose the right challenge to do, because I feel like that would have hurt. And Billy and Oscar smoked the deer. I can't remember how that. Yeah, how did they go? Did they do it with ease? I can't remember.
I don't think they had a lot of troubles, because it was more Bam Bam and Logan had troubles. Which one of them had troubles hitting the target? One of them did. Yeah.
Logan or Bam Bam. I think it was maybe Logan struggled with it. So after they move on from that, before we even got to that, Billy and Oscar took the time penalty, and they were told how long. Now, does that happen often, Michelle, where they're told straight up it'll be this long?
Well, we don't hear it on camera quite a bit of the time. We don't hear the producers. So, in America, sometimes it's a 4-hour time penalty and you're just gone. Or in the past, it has been a 2-hour and you're gone. We have some of the shortest time penalties that there's ever been. But I think what they're doing is the producer looks at how long the challenge should normally take for a normal team, and then put the time as what it would have been, probably.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Do you think that's...
sorry, Mucky?
But do you think that that's nice that they look at realistically how long that challenge should have taken and just added that on? Do you think it's better if they do it like a bit longer?
I think it's better that they look at the actual challenge, because every challenge is very different. I don't think it should be a blanket time. I think it should be, look at the challenge. How long would it take? Let's give them that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although if they had if it was an impossible sort of time penalty, that would dissuade people from taking a time penalty, which probably producers ultimately want them to keep trying.
Yeah.
But also
that's where Boston Rob comes in.
Yeah.
And convince all the other teams to take the time penalty with him.
And we've got Jonathan helpfully saying Jet and Lily were told in episode 2 as well. So there you go. So because I don't think Bridget and Pete were told how long.
No, I don't think they were told.
And look, he says US season 1 was 24 hours for quitting the detour. How would that work?
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Gosh. There you go. Okay, so then Pete and Bridget finished the water task first, and Brooke and Adam finished they did the dung first. Who finished the weapons first? Brooke and Adam finished weapons first as well. Yeah. And they've got to go to animal identification to identify 10 animals from very grainy footage, which looks so adorable.
Yes.
Hmm.
It looked like one of the challenges that would normally occur on any of the amazing races, even the Canadian one that doesn't even leave the country. That sort of challenge where, it could be done easily, but it also could be so ambiguous, considering they were like, what were they, like 17 different kinds of deer species.
Mm.
So really tough.
And like Logan and Bam Bam thought it was like at school, and so they were just running amok, which cost them in time at the end. But and then as soon as I saw they had to scale a boulder to find their next clue, I thought, poor Ian. Don't make him climb more. Poor man. So I'm really glad, but also saddened that they missed out on needing to climb because they were too late. And I think I do wonder if that was intentional or not, if they sort of went, there's no point in him climbing it. Let's just...
The sun was going down though, and you can't have someone climbing a rock and then trying to come down when there's no lights around,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
They would have had to floodlight it, and where are they getting them from? And they probably had them on hand, but easier for him not to do it since they were last team and they were going out anyway.
Yeah. And Ellen agrees with me. More walkie, Thorpe would be like, I'm a head out. But you know what? He would have done it, I reckon. He would have tried.
Yeah.
Oh, and Logan just wants to point out the Amazing Race Canada just announced casting for season 11 today and still have the passport requirement, even though there hasn't been an international leg in our franchise since 2018.
I know, it's ridiculous. Logan, are you entering? Are you going to actually enter? Logan also enters for Big Brother Canada every year. And I don't know how many years he's entered, but...
one of these days.
Well, you know what? There was a team in the US that finally got on. I think one of them had tried for 8 years or 9 years or something. So he finally got on. So it does happen.
It does happen. You just got to keep trying. And then at the pit stop, meet Bo at a big rock with a local that understood only a third of what Bo was saying at the best of times. And it was really sad. Billy and Oscar took their time penalty, but it was still before Thorpe and Christian. Were you emotional, Mucky, seeing Thorpe go, even though you're not Australian?
No, not really. I mean, it's the thing was like I actually don't know any of these celebrities, right?
Neither do we.
And same with like the Australian Survivor, like Champions vs Contender seasons, where they're like, look at Shane Gould. I'm like, who is Shane? I've got no idea. And so it was like all like the Tildas. I don't really know who they were. Thorpe and Christian had no idea who they were. To me, they're just everyday people because I just have no clue anything about them. So I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like I actually thought it made it more exciting because you have the Tildas who went out, then Thorpe and Christian who I thought were like really good. So now I kind of feel like you've got Pete, Bridget, Brooke, Adam, Logan, Bam Bam, and what's the last two people's name? Billy and Oscar.
Billy and Oscar.
Yeah.
Billy and Oscar, I feel like these are like more your average Joes kind of thing. You get what I mean? They're not necessarily like standout athletes or anything like that. So for me personally, it just made it more of an exciting episode. The next one.
That's true. I suppose. I mean, Bam Bam's an athlete and Billy's a former athlete. So I do think Bam Bam and Logan do have the edge. I think they've shown that similar sort of athletic fortitude as the elite athletes, as they like to say. But it does feel a little bit like regular Joe sort of feel. Do you think so, Michelle?
I think so. Oh my God, look at them all. Are you kidding me? You'd all go down to the pub on a Sunday night and have a whale of a time. It's not like they're saying, oh, I don't think I can have the steak with extra potatoes and this and that. You'd be like, no, give it to me. Where's the extra beer? And it would be a free-for-all with that group.
And TJ just wants to say, Billy was huge. You're just too young.
Hey, apparently I'm old enough to inspire Star Wars. All right? So I'm not that young.
Oh, God. I just saw Logan said he applied for
Oh,
Big
yes.
Brother 12 times and Amazing Race 8.
8
There you
times for The Amazing Race, 12 times for Big Brother Canada. And Big Brother Canada is officially cancelled because the company went super duper bankrupt. Yeah, I feel like Big Brothers are dying all over the world, to be honest. And look who's back!
Oh my
How
God.
don't you? How do you guys not know who most of the people are? I knew pretty much all the celebrities.
Yeah, I know them. I know them.
Yeah, I even knew Cyrell because I watch maths. But
except for her, I didn't know her,
which
but there
should
was so
surprise no one.
hate for her. Oh my God.
Yeesh.
I personally know one of them, but anyway.
Oh, there you go. Were you sad to
Did you
see
know?
Thorpe go?
Thorpe, yeah. I mean, he was cool. I don't mind it. He was not too exciting, but I know Lily.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I think you told us. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? She said that was so funny. Like, the with the chicken. Oh, it's a head. With the chicken heads.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's funny because Cyrell and Eden, I've only watched one season of Love Island Australia and one season of Maths, and it was both their seasons, so I knew both of them, even though
What are the odds?
I know.
Exactly.
There you go. The only ones I had absolutely no clue about. I don't know UFC, so I didn't know Logan and Bam Bam. I didn't know Lily and what's his face. I didn't know Billy and Oscar or Brooke and Adam.
Bo at the Top Gear premiere, which I went to, he had Logan there. I'd never known who Logan was, but we chatted. I'd never met him. And because he said he was on TV, he was on Channel 9 doing something with the morning show or something. And a really nice guy. No idea he was about to be on The Amazing Race.
Oh.
Lovely. Just really, really nice and down to earth. And yeah, had no idea.
I do particularly like how they interact with the locals, Logan and Bam Bam.
Yeah, they're cool. Bo said when he was at the mat, he was cleaning the mat. I've seen that mat once. It gets pretty dirty, especially the yellow bit. And he said, I've only got one of these. Whereas I know in the US, they've got, I think, 2 or 3, because one time one of the mats was actually stolen. They were waiting and the mat was stolen. They had to get the spare mat out because the first mat had gone. I can't remember what it was. I'd have to search it up. Logan might know. Logan would know. But yeah, really, really weird.
Yeah, I'd like to steal it. I don't think I'd have the guts though.
It's a big mat though.
Still a flag when Bo's
there
not
we go.
watching.
During 32, it was stolen during the Germany leg. Thanks, Logan.
There we go.
Dead set.
And so for episode 9, number 1, Brooke and Adam, of course, 2, Bridget and Pete, 3, Bam Bam and Logan, 4, Billy and Oscar as they perched awaiting their moment to go onto the mat. And of course, we lost Thorpe and Christian. And that was it for episode 9. Episode 10, we are in a completely different country.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
We are in Pangna.
Yes.
That was good.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Good.
Hold for applause. Thank you. Yeah. You see? Thank you. And it seemed like they're traveling a lot this season, Michelle. Is it always 3 countries? Or is there a rule?
What do you mean, a rule?
How many countries they go to? Do they get to? Is it always?
Oh no,
3?
this season we haven't gone to many because you tend to do a leg in a country and then you go somewhere else, or you might have 2 legs in a country. Because it's celebrity, they're trying to give them an easy life. I think keep them in the same place, then go to another one. No, generally a lot of seasons you see a lot of different countries. This we're not seeing as many.
We don't want to put the celebrities through too much trouble.
Yeah,
they're pretty delicate.
And the budget as well.
They're too busy paying the stipends for the celebrities. Good old Logan's helping us out. The Amazing Race Australia 2 had 3 countries in one episode. Turkey, France, and Cuba. God, they're not even close together.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, and Ellen is said this is a low amount of countries compared to a normie season. It's just because last year they didn't travel to many. That's why you're confused. I am always confused, and also it is very true. I've only ever seen the celebrity version. I haven't seen normal people do this. So I'm very excited if next year is a normal group of people. I'll be very excited to see how different it is. But that's why I rely on these 3 people to help me with the normie person knowledge.
You shouldn't rely on me. This is my very first season.
Okay, these 2 people.
But you know what they say, you never forget your first. So I'm pretty excited to see how this all goes.
That's true. That's true. So we're in Pangna. We're going to raise it or kick it, which is I've definitely seen this town featured on programs before with the floating town and everything. And it just made me think it was all those kids that play soccer. It's really sad that the Tillies weren't still in there because I bet they would have been stoked.
Oh, can you imagine?
To meet them.
River.
They would have been stoked to meet them. I'm almost I was almost as excited to see them as I was Emma Wiggle. So there you go. I choose my favorites. I don't apologize for it. So the soccer looked pretty brutal, Mucky. Would you give that a go in front of judgy children?
Yeah, I'm all about soccer or football. That's how us British people say it. We call it football. And yeah, I would give it a go. I mean, once again, it always comes down to like who your teammate is or your partner, right? So if my teammate was crap at it, maybe not. But you know, if it was like, because I used to do like football all throughout school and stuff like that. So yeah, I would have done it. Yeah.
How about you, Michelle? Would you have tried to make your way through the town with those giant bamboo sticks and flags?
Yeah, because me and ball skills, I don't know. Like I once had to do a netball or a basketball challenge, and I couldn't get that ball in the hoop for the life of me. It'd be faster for me to find the other things and string them up, I think. And then they had to do the ball on the head. Like I don't think I could get that trajectory right. And no, it would have been very bad.
No. How about you, Tom? You been hitting the head with a ball?
No, I would have done the directions. One of my jobs, you literally have to know where every single thing is in like a large area. So like directions aren't too bad for me. And that was like the entire challenge. And especially if you're preparing for the Amazing Race, you'd imagine you do a lot of practice with like directions. It's the most important part of the game, really. So if it's literally a directions challenge, seems like the better option.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, would the celebrities do much preparation? Probably not. But you never know. And then the next clue, we're going on to the whole James Bond theme.
Yeah.
Which, look, I haven't even seen the movie and it looked familiar to me. And they had to swim to get the next clue, which this is what made me want to go to Thailand. It looked just, and I'm not a swimmer, but I'd swim in that.
It's beautiful.
Looked incredible. And Logan and Bam Bam find the clue first, and this is where we saw Adam struggling a little bit. He got the water fear, the swimming frightenness of couldn't touch the bottom and got a bit frightened.
I think they were all exhausted as well. And they're not elite athletes, are they?
They're not elite athletes.
And it's quite a bit of a way to swim.
Yes. So there you go.
It's a good thing that the Tillies weren't there, because they would have been like, being soccer players, we're amazing at swimming. Being soccer players, we can play tennis. Being soccer players, we can do this. I'm like, really? I didn't know soccer gave you every skill on planet Earth. But
they literally would. They literally would have said something like, we always train with swimming and blah, 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 blah. But actually, no, Billy said that. He did say
Yeah, but he didn't say it the way the Tillies did. Like, oh yeah, when we're injured, we jump in the pool. They're like, being soccer players, we do this. Oh,
I'm surprised there actually weren't life jackets on offer, because I know in US versions there's life jackets on offer for the ones who aren't really confident at swimming. Yeah, because I think Pete. No, I think who would have taken one? Who was having problems?
It was
Adam. Yeah, I think he probably would have taken one, because at least you can float on your back and sort of swim backwards.
It does slow you down, I think, when you're swimming, but
it does. It's awful.
Yeah. Look, Ellen's picking up on something, Tom. I think Tom hates the Tillies, but I don't know why I just said that.
Ellen, you're reading way too much into it. It's totally on the vibe. But I was going to say, this challenge had the best segment of the whole season with Bridget and Peter walking out and Bridget, she had like the derpiest looking face and a little bit of hair here, and she's like.
And we also somewhat unfortunately had Bo in a Speedo as well, which I beg he put on pants.
But he doesn't. That's what he wears in his real life. That's what he wears. He doesn't wear boardies.
He's an ex-rugby player. They all wear that. They all
Right. Okay. Well, I'll remember that for future seasons. They're off to find the man with the golden sunnies in the cave, which looked impossible, but when they did the long shot, Michelle, it sort of looked like it was kind of an obvious place to go.
Yeah, it sort of looked like you could see him if you were on an angle. I don't know whether they could go. But you'd think you'd look for a cave. There's not going to be someone in the shops. No. Mind you, the people in the shops wanted to sell him some golden sunnies. How good was the guy who had like the reflective golden sunnies on? I'm like, oh my God, it actually looks like he should be the golden sunny guy.
It wouldn't be the Amazing Race without harassing some locals going, do you have this? Do you have this? No? And they're just like... So, and Ellen just wanted to say as well, the producers, right, Bo, for this shot, we need you in just your Speedos, Bo, say no more. I think that's probably pretty accurate, Ellen.
Yeah.
Okay, so Logan and Bam Bam find him first, and they're off to Carl Tom Mud. No, that wasn't as good. Don't hold for applause. A banana dessert. No, that's all right.
No.
Mucky, would you eat it? Would you eat it?
What is that again? Yes, sorry. So I just completely
banana and rice.
Banana rice. That's right.
Mucky's asleep.
Sorry, I just sorry. Everything does went blank for me. Yeah, no. I mean, when they're like, I was like a dessert and stuff. I was like, what about it as a dessert? It's just rice and banana.
No, I'm sure it has a sauce or something as well, like a.
There's going to be something else to it. Yeah,
I didn't see any sauce, Michelle.
No, there wasn't any, but I think in the completed thing in a bowl, I think it's got something in it.
Yeah.
Because at Thai restaurants, all the desserts are sort of in something liquidy, gooey sort of thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I'd have it. I feel like it'd be pretty interesting if it was like had some kind of like custardy sauce kind of thing with it. Yeah, it could be interesting. Although it's just banana and plain white rice. It's like hey, yeah.
What about you, Tom? Would you just scrape off the rice and eat the banana?
It would be the opposite for him.
White rice is my favorite food. Thank you very much. But I don't know if it would taste very good with a banana flavor underneath it. But yeah, I know. Like when I was watching it, I was just thinking of my dad, like because he like just seeing like these people's hands all over your like the banana and the rice, like putting it all in. It's like no, thank you. Like it's just like that's not very pleasant to think about someone else's hands all over your food.
It was very handy.
That's Southeast Asia for you.
That woman was pretty unforgiving as well, wasn't she, Michelle? She was not letting.
Well, you saw them; they were perfect. The ones that she had, they were absolutely perfect. And I'm like, whoa, this isn't going to be good.
And they show her something perfect. She's like, no, no. Go back, do it again. No. And Bridget and Pete finish first, and they make it to the pit stop at a hot spring beach where Bo is busy talking to the poor woman about pies
And
while all
Top
his
Gear.
flags blow over in Top Gear.
Like,
so
I'm sorry, they've got enough sand there to make some sandbags to put on the flags. They've got
Dig 'em in
a whole
just a
beach
little
full
bit.
of sand. Give the man a couple of sacks so we can just keep the flags up. Where's production?
They're hoping that they should have been checking out that jetty to make sure that it didn't get a foot put through it by Logan or Bam Bam.
Wow.
Which I wondered if one of them had dropped something in the water, but I think it was the bit of the wood that
It was the wood.
blew off.
It's a wood.
Yeah.
So, and Ellen has said the lady at the roadblock was giving the Luxor lady from season 5, which of course, I didn't see. Do it properly or go back. It literally was.
The Luxor lady. She joined my group, the Luxor lady. Oh, she loved the group because she just kept talking in it and putting up posts. And I think she just wanted the business to come up to, were they in Darwin? I think they were in Darwin with the Luxor lady. Yeah, she was a hard taskmaster.
And Jonathan chimed in with production spent all the money getting Siri and Parvati for Survivor.
Oh, Jonathan, different production company. This is Eureka. The other one's Endemol Shine.
So we had Bridget and Pete coming first, then Logan and Bam Bam, then Brooke and Adam, then Billy and Oscar, and it was a non-elimination week. What a shocker. I mean,
yeah. It has to be.
Yeah.
But it's like, why would you put 2 non-eliminations almost back to back? That's just so boring.
Yeah.
They were predetermined.
Yeah.
I think they should have had them. We had weeks with no elimination. With elimination, and sorry,
I couldn't help
Mucky.
but notice that the Bo was like, "Oh, it's a predetermined nomination," just so then anyone who wants to be like, "Oh, this is rigged," like, no. I feel like Jonathan should do this for Australian Survivor as well. Tonight, you're going to Exile Island. You're going to predetermined Exile
Island.
Yeah.
Now let's see if I remember how to share screen.
Logan said China Russian had 3 consecutive non-elimination legs. That would have been really boring.
Yeah,
Logan,
I don't.
the same teams for 3 weeks.
I'm sorry. I want someone to go every episode. That's just me. So
almost like Survival All Stars and Blood vs. Water in Australia with the 3 consecutive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh,
awful.
Yeah, especially the Blood vs. Water one. Oh my gosh.
So sadly, we said goodbye to the Tillies and Thorpe and Christian. Now, I have changed this up slightly, as you can see.
I can see.
1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
So who's going out next week? I think Billy and Oscar.
You're thinking 4th for Billy and Oscar?
Yeah.
I reckon.
Either them or Brooke and Adams will fall short.
Yeah.
You think they're getting a bit cocky, Tom?
I mean, you saw them that they've sort of dropped a bit in this last one, and I can see. I think they're more likely to come across a challenge that they can't overcome compared to Bam Bam, Logan, and Pete, and of course, sweet Bridget.
Well, Ellen would like to put Pete and Bridget for 2nd.
No, they're going first.
No, Ellen.
Really?
Yeah. Pete and Bridget are winning this thing, I'm telling you.
Consistent, but I don't think it's enough for the win.
I think it'll be between them and Bam Bam and Logan, which I mean, I also love them, but I just want to see Bridget win so badly.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of would swap these around.
Oh,
maybe.
I don't know.
That's criminal.
Jonathan Gray would like to say, I've gotten winner vibes from Pete because he is doing all the work, clearly.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yes. I'll put that.
That looks beautiful.
It actually looks perfect. That actually does look perfect thing.
Can you crop out Pete and just
Oh,
keep
God.
Oh gosh.
Look, I think this might be how it goes. Now I can't remember Pete and Bridget's charity, which I feel like it should have been drummed into us more, but it would be nice to see their charity get some much needed funds. All the charities really to get some much needed funds and a bit more what do you call it? Free advertising. And Ellen's chimed in with, but maybe Billy and Oscar excel in a challenge and make final 3 just. Maybe, but then we'd have to lose one of these guys, and I don't know, because I'm assuming the next episode is an elimination round, and we go to a final with 3. I don't think we'll be going.
But it's another week on the last episode, so we've only got one next week and then one the week after.
Oh,
Bloody hell! They just drag this out
because something's starting on Channel 10 next Monday for some godforsaken reason. They're bringing it in.
And I wish I'd thought of that before I got so excited about my tier list.
Well,
but
exactly.
Look,
I'm thinking, gosh,
yeah. This still stands. That means we'd just lose Billy and Oscar next week. Are we comfortable? Yeah. Are we comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Mucky, are you seeing any visions or prophecies?
Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. What if it's another non-elimination?
It's not. It's not.
That'd be so good. That'd be so good. Like this before the grand finale. It's non-elim. No,
we're doing it with 4.
Yeah.
No, look, I wish I knew which were non-elims from the start. I'd probably not watch it and not be bothered.
Or
to be honest.
It's a 2-part episode where part 1 is like just up until like a pit stop, and then part 2 is where people get eliminated.
That's true. They don't tend to do the cliffhanger, do they? Which is awesome. They've got a format and they're sticking to it.
Yep.
So there we go. We managed to get 4 episodes in under an hour.
That's insane.
Great job, V. That was awesome.
Tom, final thoughts. Last 4 episodes.
Final thoughts. Thank goodness the Tillies are gone. Knee problems, very inconvenient. I thought Skeleton Island Beach, whatever it was called. Coast. I loved that place, like for a leg. I thought it was a great, like, towards the end of a season leg as well. Bridget. And the end pretty much.
Yeah, nearly. Michelle, what were your thoughts?
I love that they've gone to another country finally, although Namibia and South Africa were great. And I love all the challenges, all the really different stuff that they did. Poor Thorpe. Everyone is so unfit, but everyone's doing really well. And thanks for making me laugh so much when basically my stomach is open in 5 places.
Sorry. How about you, Mucky?
I blame Mucky.
Yeah.
Wasn't my fault. I am the most unfunniest person, which in saying that, once again, I have to agree with Tom. Thank God the Tildas are gone. I was right as per damn usual. And that's all I have to say really. Everything else doesn't really matter. I was just right. And I'm going to be right next week. Non-elimination.
Oh, God.
No.
Shoot me. Thanks to everyone in chat. And Ellen, thank you. I really enjoy these podcasts. Thanks, team, for doing them. Also, thanks, Michelle, for the chat threads on Facebook. Always fun to chat in there. Exactly. If you're watching this on the chat and you haven't seen the group on Facebook, what's the group on Facebook again, Michelle? What's it officially called?
Amazing Race Australia Fans and Races.
So give that a look up and ask to join that, because you put a thread up during the show, don't you? And you can chat live.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan, you haven't come across that yet, that's on Facebook. And as always, wait for my, where is it? Oh my gosh. Here we are. Subscribe now. Yes. As always, Subscribe now to the channel. TNT takes for most reality competition shows. We've got very heated discussions about US Survivor happening on Monday night. So hit subscribe now and hit the alarm and all that stuff to keep on track of all of that stuff. Anything else anyone has to plug?
No.
No?
Oh.
Just on an hour, 4 episodes. I'm very proud of that. Thank you all for watching and chat. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Not for the finale, but for the episode before the finale. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.